notes, but.
Well, here we are.
Is this the one actually?
This is the 12. Okay. So that's you try that one because that's the. This is the blend, but try that and see what you think.
Ready for a Rum and Whisky Festival. There's a lot of people here. It's just opened. And this is the area with the bars and the exclusive whiskies, the limited editions. And I'm here to try a lot of some good stuff, and hopefully to meet a lot of good whiskey friends and
She got me with nothing to win and nothing left to lose, and you give yourself away, you give yourself away.
There's a tombola, and now it's going to be excited to see if we win something. No. Well, we have 19 to go, so we hope this will be the winning one.
No.
A whole bunch of nothing. Now we're here right in the middle of the Whiskey Festival. A lot of people, and there is a lot of good whiskey. I have my driver with me, my lovely wife.
My social media. It's I saw one yesterday and I loved it, but I didn't get a picture. Organised. I was supposed to.
Super. Good to meet you, Paul Aston.
Thanks.
From
Pleasure to be
Deerstalker.
here.
Pleasure.
The first thing is that Deerstalker is essentially it's the name of somebody who has come from the Highlands, and so the word Deerstalker, basically, if you have an estate in the Highlands, you have salmon fishing, you have grouse, you have forestry, and you have deer on the estate, and these deer don't have a natural predator. There are no wolves in Scotland, at least not to my knowledge.
Nope.
So what happens is that they need to be controlled, and they're a great asset for the estate. So the person who manages deer is really a deerstalker, and his job is to control the herds, and one of those aspects is to go out and to cull the weakest deer so that the herd remains strong and healthy. So people in London suddenly started to hear about a deerstalker, and whiskey then started to spread from its base as a regional drink in Scotland to England and then further afield. So that was really the start, if you like, of this sort of Deerstalker name. And the brand name was, it was actually trademarked in 1880. So it was really trademarked quite early on. And I've got an example here. That is one of the earliest labels, Deerstalker labels.
Okay, with the hunting rifle and the
Yeah,
dog and everything.
it's fairly basic,
Yeah.
but it sort of starts to talk about, this is a stalker and that you'd go out. So it's something that has been going on for a long time. That is a picture of a bus
Okay,
with Deerstalker advertising in 1950 in Edinburgh. So I guess that sort of indicates that the Deerstalker whiskey brand has been around really since 1880, focus. So that's really, ever since 1994, I've been sort of passionately involved in trying to develop Deerstalker, but doing it in a way where we introduce interesting whiskies to the market. And so that's where we are today, really.
Perfect. And Deerstalker is an independent bottler, right?
Yes. That's exactly right.
Okay.
We don't have a distillery affiliation. We work closely with one or two of the medium-sized distilleries. The big guys, as you can imagine, are not hugely interested in dealing, they don't need to. So for us, we deal with the sort of small to medium, and what we do is we try and obtain some casks. So on our 12-year-old, we've been fortunate right from the start to have a good association with Balmenic Distillery, which is a terrific distillery just north of Granton-on-Spey. And right from the days of, even of Diageo, in fact, right through to its current owners who are in the house, we've been very lucky. So we've had an association with Balmenic for well over 50 years. It's a fabulous malt, and we bottle it at 12 years. We have in the past done older, but our main focus has always been 12. And this is our most popular whiskey in Denmark. We've worked with Macquarie right from their inception, so it's been in Denmark for 20 plus years. It's getting quite close to 25 years.
Wow.
So I guess that says something that it is obviously, to me it's an ideal single malt because it just has all the elements that you look for in a single malt. It's approachable, it's got nice heather tones, there's sort of some floral aspects to it, there's an oaky, and then at the end you even get a bit of spice, and there's just a hint of peatiness. So it has those elements that if you're starting down the road of whiskey, it makes it very approachable.
Very nice.
So
I can see the light in your eyes when you're telling about the whiskey and the blends and all this. So we could keep on for hours.
we could actually.
That could actually be very nice.
We're scratching the surface.
Yes, very scratchy, but that could be nice. Perfect. We'll just have to keep on exploring the whiskey world.
Definitely.
Yes. And I've learned a lot about Deerstalker with you, and I very much appreciate that. And I'll just keep on tasting Deerstalker.
Well, thanks very much for the opportunity to have a conversation like this, because it's really what it's all about. It's all a learning process, trying to bring as much information and knowledge, particularly because we're not related to one distillery. So this is a great opportunity. So thank you.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's a pleasure.
We'll meet somewhere someday.
In a bar,
I hope so.
hopefully.
In a bar, yes, that's true. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you so much.
That's a pleasure.